did, this is a video actually for my family, who every time they come here, they come in numbers, and I'm not able to take out the snake because some people are scared of the snake. This is Slinky. She is 3, almost 4 years old, if not 4 years old. She's a gray banded king snake. She grows, this is her adult size. They top off at 3 years old. She grows, they're about 3 to 4 feet long. They're part of king snakes, which grow, some go from 3 to 7 feet long, depending on which ones you get. This one is from Texas. This is a Blair phase king snake, which why it's all has orange in it. The Alterna one just has black and gray, which doesn't have these bands on it. Well, it does, but they're black and gray. There's no orange on it. As you can tell, she's always moving, but once in a while you can slow her down, and she calms down. They live about 10 to 15 years. Their temperature, they like to stay in 77 degrees to 86 degrees. 77 being the cold side of the tank, and 86 being the warm side. Yeah, and their skin is actually, some people might think that their skin is slimy. They actually feel like their skin is keratin, so it's your nails. It feels like a bunch of nails, one over the other. These guys, well, like I said when I have a conversation with you guys, these guys eat mice. She eats 2 adult mice a week. I'm switching her over to rats pretty soon, if I can do that. If I can find a cheap rat vendor. Okay, so another question that is asked a lot: do they bite? Yeah, they bite, but everything bites. She has not bitten me once. She's not that feisty. She's not that rambunctious. I've almost gotten bit twice, maybe 3 times with her, but that's because at feeding I don't pay attention, and it's my mistake. I smell like mice. She thinks I'm a mouse, so she bites at me. Not really her fault. Just she's hungry and I smell like a mouse. Okay. While we're zooming in and taking a look at her, I'll try to keep her in frame. One thing that I was doing, because I was blocking her and it kind of looks like she's gonna strike. Well, right. Oh, now she doesn't. See? Told her she's very gentle. I accidentally tap her. She doesn't freak out. But one thing is, they don't have to coil up in an S shape, like some people think, to strike. She can strike at like that. Well, she's a bit est, but at full length she can strike like that. She doesn't have to coil up. I'm not sure what distance, how far she can strike, but I'm gonna guess about half of her body length out. But yeah, there's really no concern. Snakes shed their skin, and that's how they grow. When they're small, they shed about once a month. Now that she's older, she just shed, and I'll show you a shed after. But she sheds maybe 2, maybe 3 times a year. If there's something wrong with her, a good indication is she'll shed more, which is a good indication to see if there's anything wrong with her. What I do sometimes, well, I take her out and I run my fingers over just to make sure she's okay. She ate 2 days ago, She shed Thursday. Yeah, she shed Thursday. I got it out pretty fresh because I was looking for her to shed for this video. This is the shed. It's basically dry skin that she peels out. She scratches her head until it cracks up here. If you notice, this is her bottom jaw and this is her top of her head. So it's like that. It's like that, and it peels and opens like that, and then this is just it cracking. This is another crack. This could have been just when I was opening it up, extending it. It could have just cracked that way. And another thing, can you see the tip? The tip here, if you notice, it's not actually the tip, and that's another part that might get stuck onto the tail, but it's not. So I just double check. Once that's cracked, she'll try to hook her tail on something in the tank that I have and pull herself out that way, and then she'll just go basically like that, but on the inside. Once in a while it does crack open and she is going to fall, so let's fix this a bit. There we go. Once in a while there are cracks, and if there's a bad peel, a bad shed, which so far hasn't happened, I do have once in a while a few shed flakes, but not a complete bad shed. I rub gently with either a wet hand or I get a towel to just peel it off. An important thing is to get her eye caps. If she has a bad peel, which she, like I said, have never had, and her eye caps are still on, if you don't get her eye caps off, she can go blind. Okay, one thing about snakes is having a snake around your neck like this is okay. It's when it wraps all the way around. And actually, if you could tell right now, she's not wanting to wrap me around her neck. She's actually fighting it. Around the neck like this is all right, but you shouldn't have it all wrapped the way around. And if you do, for some reason, always grab from the tail around, but be careful because you can hurt her. Tail around is weaker than grabbing on the head and around, and it'll be easier to pull it free. Okay, and lastly, I put her away. When you handle reptiles, you should always wash your hands and wherever it was, because they do have a case of salmonella, but it's as bad as if you were handling chicken and getting ready for food. Just have to take the precautions of washing your hands. I'll be washing the table as soon as I'm done here. Yeah, and just one last thing. Bye.
Chaos has consistency. Chaos has consistency.